How's it going out there, YouTube? How's it going out there, YouTube? Got a full house. Place is getting packed. Coming at you live from the South Florida Fairgrounds, West Palm Beach, Florida, for the Xain's World Reptile and Plant Expo. Got a huge selection of reptiles, invertebrates, plants, and for me, I've got the largest selection of isopods and bioactive terrariums supplies the show has to offer. And for y'all today, I'm going to be getting going on building a 12x12x18 bioactive setup. We're going to do this live today, right here from the show. So bear with me if I have to also take care of customers. How are you doing, folks? I'm just getting my camera set up, and I was going to help y'all out. All right, what can I help you with? Is that? All right. Yep. Yep. Be designing that live today. I only have, oh yeah, I can take a card. Yeah. Work out if you guys still be here or not. Hopefully got quite a few people starting to watch a little bit. How we doing, folks? Not too bad. Got any questions or anything, just let me know. So like I said, folks, I'm going to get started on building this 12x12x18 Exoterra Mini Tall. We're going to do it into a bioactive enclosure. It's going to kind of do like a basic setup. Unfortunately, because of the constraints of being here at the show, I can't go anything too complex in the background. So first things first, I like to go ahead and remove my doors. It's a very simple process that makes working on these a lot easier. All you're doing is opening it up, pushing down here, and lifting up here. And they pop right out. Set those aside for now. How's it going, folks? Like I said, I'm here set up at the West Palm Beach, South Florida Fairgrounds, Xain's World Reptile and Plant Expo. So we'll be here dealing with customers as I'm also trying to get this complete for you guys. Hope we'll get a little audience going here. People start trying to watch me build this. So let's go ahead and just get started. No point in waiting. Appreciate if everybody's watching that you guys give me a like, give me a subscribe. All love helps. Help promote my channel as far as I can. So I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to start with a drainage layer. For that, we're using Lika clay balls. Expanded clay balls. They're very lightweight. They're porous. They absorb water well. They're very long lasting. They don't break down super fast. And generally, I would recommend rinsing these off, giving them a good soak even before you put them in. But again, like I said, we're a little constrained here at the show with limited access to things. Just going to get them a little leveled out. All right. On top of that, you're going to need a screen mesh. This is going to prevent your substrate from falling down into your drainage layer. Kind of keep the two of them a little more separate. For that, I'm just using regular window screen. Doesn't have to be anything special. You don't have to overthink it. Got the camera up a little higher this time. My big arm isn't in the way so much, I don't think. Tried to do one of these lives a few weeks ago at another show, and my big old hairy arm kept being in the way. And then on top of that, I had just gotten a nice sunburn, so I was peeling profusely. So your screen mesh, you want it to kind of overlap a little bit. You don't want it to just be right to the edge of the glass, right to the edge of the tank. You want it to be a little bigger. You want it to come up some. Give a better chance of your substrate not falling through. And for me, this process can become very OCD tedious, and I could just pick and poke at it forever. But at some point in time, you just have to move on and decide that enough's enough. For the most part, none of it's going to fall through to an extent that's going to make a difference. So for our next layer, we're going to do charcoal. Just using some hardwood charcoal. I'm going to put that right on top of my screen mesh here. And just kind of smooth that out a bit. So the charcoal is going to be a great layer to help filter the water, as the water is going to flow up and down through your water cycle layers. It's going to help purify the air. It's going to help keep the substrate fresh. It's also going to be a good place for springtails and other beneficial microscopic organisms to grow. And then it's great nutrients for plants. If you're a gardener, put charcoal in your garden. I think the go-to right now everybody's doing is biochar. But biochar is just charcoal, folks. It's just a fancy name for charcoal. How we doing, folks? Again, we're here set up at the South Florida Fairgrounds, the Xain's World Reptile Plant Expo, here in West Palm Beach, Florida. And we're just working on a 12x12x18 Exoterra Mini Tall Bioactive setup. Just doing basic one, just doing the foam insert that comes with the setup. Just doing the foam insert that comes with the tank when you buy them. Again, I don't have the time to do the fancy, really intricate backgrounds like some of these bioactives can have. I mean, those backgrounds are great. I'm working on one right now for a customer that I'll be delivering next weekend. But they take a lot of time. They take days of drying and curing and gassing for them to be properly ready to be planted and everything else. It's not something I can do in a 30-minute window here at the show. So like I said, we're just going to use the basic background. Because of this, this is not going to be as long-term of a setup, but you'll get a few years out of something like this easily. So for our next layer, I'm going to do substrate, and I'm just going to use my own blend of substrate here. You're going to want to mix it up pretty well. I like to separate it in the bag because I think it looks fancy, but my customers seem to like it. But you'll want to mix it up really good. You can probably take some of the sphagnum out and maybe use it elsewhere. So before I go ahead and mix that up real good, we're also going to add some leaves in. I've already got a bag open from prior build I was doing. Just using some pin oak. We're going to mix some leaves in with the substrate. It'll help fluff it up real good and get some good nutrients for the plants. Give crevices and stuff for the isopods and other cleanup crew to find solitude. All right, so now we got that mixed up pretty well. You want to slope your substrate towards the back. You want it to be higher in the back than in the front. This helps with the optical uh, depth of the setup when you're looking at it. Just makes it look more appealing to see the back higher than the front. You can even kind of put some to one side a little bit, maybe. It's kind of, I'm not really packing it in, but I am kind of getting it a little settled where it is. How y'all doing? Doing well? How's that looking, chat? Looking pretty good? All right. So for the next step, I'm going to get some leaves on the top as well. Roly-polies. Roly-polies. You know what a roly-poly is? A doodle dog? No? These guys right here. You don't remember seeing little roly-polies in your garden and stuff, digging up as kids? They'll roll up in little balls. All right, making a little bit of a mess here in chat, but that's okay. Appreciate y'all if you're just tuning in. Give me a like. Appreciate the subscribe as well. Any bit of love helps promote my channel. Really appreciate it. So I think for our next step, we're going to get into some hardscape. And I kind of pre-planned for this a little bit with the vine here. Went ahead and got it wrapped up on the the piece of hardscape here. This is grapevine wood. The vine just takes forever to get it all wrapped around, and I'm again trying to stay within a time constraint. I do have a show that I need to tend to customers for. I'm just kind of toying with it in here, figuring out where I feel like it looks good placed into the setup. That kind of makes it to where it's a little bit snugged into the background some. Kind of contoured to it. I think that'll work. So with some of these vines, I went ahead and left them loose and didn't wrap them up. What I'm going to do is use these as kind of extra support, and I'm going to insert them into the foam background. And that'll just help hold everything in. It'll make it look more natural, look like it was supposed to be into the background to begin with. Putting my arms in the way again. Sorry about that, chat. I don't know how to not have my big arm in the way for y'all. So these vines, I know that there's a couple different packaged products you can pick them up at. I'm buying them loose from a vendor, but they're just foam, wire vines with foam sprayed onto them, and they use some sort of coating. Nothing special, but they definitely get the job done. All right, I think that worked out pretty well. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. All right, how's it going?
Good. Looking for some ISOs for sink tanks.
Okay.
It's not going to bring it leg, but
Pretty much anything on my bottom row is going to work pretty well for you. These guys are all very versatile, hard to kill, readily available. Even the scabers over here would be a good option. Depression, little C's.
how about when I breathe them inside, then I have an outdoor enclosure in the tortoise. I have orange and I have, I think they're called canyons.
Giant canyons.
Giant canyons.
Don't have those outside.
Don't have them outside.
Don't have those outside. Yeah. No. So those are not native to Florida, and Florida USDA has done a lot of cracking down on isopods, and they're getting really involved in the hobby and getting their hands in. And giant canyons is one of the big no-nos for them. Now, are they actually giant canyons, or are they just Porcelio leves? If they're actually giant canyons, yeah, if they're actually Porcelio I can't pronounce the name. Yeah, I wouldn't have them outside, just to avoid any possible them getting loose and.
So do these guys survive the heat? South Florida heat?
Yeah, so we have powders. I've got the powder blues in my backyard, up a little more toward the Daytona area, but I'm sure they're found around this area as well. I'm out of the blues, but I have the oranges, and they're all the same species, just different color morphs. The Oreo crumble is a pied version of the powder blue. The cream sickle is a pied version of the powder orange.
I think it was yeah, the orange is
Oh yeah, they all breed really well.
Do you have any, you did springtail? Springtail. That's not these guys. You do have springtail?
Yeah, I got Fido coaches here, and then these are masters. These are if you're wanting to like keep producing springtails. You have further purposes for them.
So this is drop it in, let it go, right?
Yep, just dump it in. What size is the setup?
40 gallons.
40 ounce. So for that, I would really recommend probably getting like two to four of those, honestly. Yeah, to seed something that size. And then the same thing with the isopods as well. I would recommend getting something like 2 to 4 of those cups. I'm out of the blues, and all my isopods are buy 3 get 1 free. Yeah, yeah. Not the springtails.
Okay, all right. Yeah, so I guess give me 4 of those.
4 of the powder blenders. Yep.
All right, let's do it.
I think I have a couple in here. No. Yeah.
What are these guys?
I do have a big thing of powders also, I think.
Is that what these are?
No. I have one right here.
Powder orange.
Powder orange, yeah. That would be a $60 container, and that would be pretty much, you'd be getting more isopods for the same price.
That's not too many for the.
No, it won't be too many. So for that size setup, the suggested online amount you would look. Let me start over. For that size setup, if you were to look online, the suggested amount would be somewhere between 70 to 100 isopods to seed it. So that would be more than enough. I could throw in another one of the springtails.
Once the tank is up and moving, and
So as far as like feeding them in a bioactive enclosure, you really shouldn't have to feed them a whole lot. Sorry about that, YouTube. Sorry about that, YouTube. I just got kicked out. Hopefully we're back in. Everybody's getting me again. How we doing, folks?
I was looking for the isopod selling.
Largest selection here at the show. Oh no, my eyeballs. Oh man, my eyeballs got messed up. I wonder if I can move that out of the way. Man, to get in there with a stick or something and mess up the eyeballs. Tipped it over and got his eyeballs all messed up. How we doing? Doing well. That it for you? That it for you? Get you a bag. Let me cash your card.
I'm not surprised that you sold out on the regular.
I actually didn't bring any.
No?
Yeah, I didn't have any to bring. I sold out of the previous show, and it's just been hard to keep up with them. I think they're getting a little more popular again. I've definitely been struggling to keep up with them. Sounds great. Doing cash or card? Card. All right. All set. We got dairy cows. Be right back with the YouTube. Just trying to take care of some customers here. Got a little bit of a line, and we'll get back to building this terrarium. People keep coming and going and coming and going. Nobody wants to stick around long enough because I don't have anything going on. But that's okay. So back. I think we got all the vines in, we got the hardscape in, we got the wood in. Everything's kind of locked in place a little bit. That's what we're looking for. And what's our next step here, chat? I think our next step is plants. Yeah, I think so. I think so. So always trying to make sure, especially when I'm at home building these, I try to get as much of the substrate off as I can from the plants, especially like little bits of perlite stuff. Not that any of that's like super harmful, but you're just trying to avoid any sort of cross contaminations and stuff. And then the perlite it's not wanted, you know what I mean? I think this guy here, kind of get back there a bit. Didn't pre-plan a whole lot on how I was putting these plants in there, but we have a few things to add to it. Just want to get the roots good and packed in. Spread some of these roots forward a little bit. Give the plant some room to grow. Yeah, that's looking pretty good there, right? I think so. Thumbs up if it looks good. Give me a like, share, chat. Make sure you guys subscribe as well. All right, let's move on to our next plant. Don't know what a lot of these are. It's definitely one thing that I'm not super knowledgeable about as far as this hobby goes. Is all the different plants. I like to let my other vendors in the hobby be the plant knowledgeable people, but I have an idea what works well. So this one says it's a begonia, but it's a weird looking begonia. If that's what it is. Be right here in a second to show you what it looks like. I'm just trying to get some of the old dirt off of it. So that's what thing's wild looking, right? It's weird, huh? Oh, throw it in there. It does well. It does well. If it doesn't, down $5. My big hairy arm's gonna be in the way of this on chat. I apologize in advance. Alright. Move this a little bit. I can't get to that with that arm. Trying to get in there and get it buried some. There we go. Usually I'd have my tongs. Line back up well. 2 more plants. Nice little fern here. And these are, I think, watermelon pepperoni or something, I think. So these guys will climb really well. They'll get roots all up in here and everything. And they'll climb really, really well. It's one of my favorite plants. They do great in the terrarium. Just where do you put it? Like the fern. Trying to do separate colors. I feel like the fern color-wise is put over here, but I think that's going to grow better over there. So let's do it that way. Yeah, I don't really go in with the exact idea how I'm going to plant it or even how I'm going to design it. Just like to let my artistic side flow a little bit. All right. If I have to get a little toolkit from on the road. Tongs and scissors and a little substrate smasher. So just stopping in. Appreciate you giving me a like while you're here. Appreciate the subscribe as well. Just a click of a button, folks. I don't even care if you unfollow me. Honestly. Subscribe's a subscribe. You know? And out a little bit. Right there. How we doing, folks? Doing well. Pets, and then they're also a cleanup crew for a more natural ecosystem like this. They're nature's janitors. They also make a very good feeder source as well.
All my frogs and bearded dragons, even. Yeah, but they do the dual purpose that way. In
Some of them are expensive, some of them are very cheap. More bottom row stuff is going to be our cheaper stuff. All right.
if you get lucky and they reproduce, then it doesn't matter.
Take some of this moss and just kind of put it up in here. I'll create a little natural aesthetic, and then I'll also make a place for these plants to grow onto later as they're spreading. Thank you, sir. How we doing? Is it for you?
Yeah, I just have a question though, because I don't know if this is enough. Because I'm a 40-gallon tank. I don't know if I should.
That's not enough. You're gonna need about 6 of them. Yeah.
It's like, okay, so like you put it a little bit on the bottom, right?
So you're shooting for like about an inch to even 2 inches, really depending on the species you're working with.
And then like, and then you put like this stuff on top.
Yeah. So then on top of that, you'd have a screen mesh. On top of that, you'd have charcoal, and then you'd have substrate on top of that. So charcoal is great for filtering out the water as your water flows up and down through the water cycle you're creating with the drainage there and everything. It filters the substrate just like you would have it filter your water when you're drinking it. And then it also provides good nutrients for your plants, provides a good place for beneficial bacteria and microscopic organisms to grow. If you're a gardener, put charcoal in your garden. It's great.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, I was like, is it this, I was wondering if it was like for a similar thing. Because, yeah,
Yeah, the big thing everybody's using in gardens right now is biochar, but it's just charcoal. They're all the same. Sounds great. Let's just put that into a bag of dirt. All the dirt that I'm dumping out from all these plants. Yeah, cash your card. All right. Be right back. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show.
I'll go ahead and take these items.
Sounds great. Get you a bag. Yeah, I almost thought that I should start this a little sooner. I was looking as the show filled in, and kind of thought it was going to be a little bit of a struggle to get it done. Doing on cash?
Oh, yes, please.
$12. 20. Each change.
Thank you.
Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show, my man. All right. How we doing, folks? So in case you're just tuning in, we're set up at the Zane's World Reptile and Plant Expo in West Palm Beach, Florida, at the South Florida Fairgrounds. I'm just doing a little live demonstration today on putting together a bioactive setup, showing how simple it can be just to do a really basic design. Usually this takes me about 30 minutes, 35 minutes, but it's been a little bit of a busier day today, so I keep having to stop. Sorry about that, chat. Just sold that guy some rocks, and I actually want some rocks too. We need some little bits and extras. How we doing, folks? Not too bad. So we'll get a couple seed pods in here. Help spruce it up a bit. Yeah, sure, you can open them up. Jam my magnolia pods in. I think they just look good. This size here. For a 12 by 12 base, 1 cup will be fine. Yep. Back in there a little bit. Get some of this corn out of there. Make sure it doesn't get buried and eaten up. Honestly, I think the setting probably could have been turned a different way when I planted it. All right. Coming along, chat, right? Looking good. Go ahead and give me a like, chat. Appreciate a like, appreciate a subscribe. All right, so we're just gonna put some this is pink quartz. kind of stick them in randomly, aesthetically. No real specific reason to put them in here, but in nature you got rocks, folks. You got rocks in the ground, so you should have rocks on the ground in your terrarium. You got pebbles and stones and pile up some randomly in a awkward spot. You'll get a little bit of isopod showing back there. All right.
What's the biggest?
So the biggest that I would have available here today is going to be like dairy cows. It's the ones that are here in this bin. And then I have some not in the bin for sale, obviously. But these are going to be like the largest species that I have here at the show. Something bigger would be like Priscilla Hopkins-Zakis. Those guys get like in their 2 inches.
2 inches.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. They're really hard to take care of. If you've never like done isopods, they're not something I would jump into right from the get.
I got 2 set up right now.
Right on.
Got one.
And then the giant oranges are just another. It's the same species as the dairy cows, are just orange.
Yeah, I got those. I was hoping to see that.
Yeah, like I said, the Hopkins-Zucky is going to be one of your biggest. Those and the Pacilio maculatus, I think is what it's called.
What makes them hard to take care of?
They're more arid. Because they're more arid, it takes a very meticulous watering of them. You can't let them get too moist, too humid in there. What will happen is the females, from what I understand, in my own experience even, the females will start dying. I guess they'll like kind of get pregnant, and because the moisture is just too much or something for them, they die. And then you end up with a bunch of males that start all competing and fighting because they're very territorial. Usually they're not too hard to take care of. This requires a larger setup. I wouldn't put them in something like this. I'd want it like a 28 quart bin. Mm, something with a lot of space. They're a bigger species. They want more room. And like I said, they're territorial, so they want to have spaces that they're going to claim their own spot. A 28 quart could easily hold a few hundred of them. Yeah, a couple hundred for sure. I mean, once you have babies and everything, a few hundred looks like nothing. There's probably 300-400 in that bin. Didn't look like it when I flipped it over though, but there likely is, yeah. uh, it don't take much. It don't take much for the bin to really start getting full. Suppose you have a bunch of babies and everything. You can have lots and lots of babies. Yeah, so when I go through all my spots, I feed them my spot diet, which is just 12 dry ingredients stuff that I blend together. They like to eat. It's got veggie source, protein source, and calcium source. And then I get them freeze-dried fish. They're going to eat the fish, the meat out the fish. They're going to eat the bones. So it's a good protein and calcium source. And then I usually like to get them some sort of veggie. My go-tos are sweet potato and zucchini, but squash, carrots, sweet potatoes, stuff like that, cucumber, anything you can slice really easily. It's got a little moisture content to it. You all set? Any particular one you're wanting? Just grab one for you. Right.
Oh. Shop until we drop it.
Again, you two, I apologize. I'll be with you all just in a minute. We're getting pretty close to the end of this tank, though. We're just about done. It's got a few more little botanicals, seed pods to put in. We got to wet it down, get some cleanup crew in there.
Are these on sale?
What's that? Yeah, it's $8. All right. All right. There's that. Not a problem. Thank you. Enjoy the rest of the show. Thank you. How doing, folks? How y'all doing? How's it going, folks? All right, went through a greet everybody. Looks like everybody just kind of looking. Maybe we can get in here and do a couple more things. So like I said, we're gonna get in here and put some seed pods in, some little extra botanicals. Got some cute puka pods that look like little mini pumpkins. And just some basic acorn caps. And for me, just in nature, these things are just gonna kind of randomly fall. I'm not trying to be super picky about where they're gonna fall. All right, what else can we stick in the chat? A few of these guys. Some more seed pods. All right, some stones, some seed pods. Got our plants. Ah, dang, chat, you almost made me forget moss. I can't believe you guys didn't remind me. I can't believe you didn't remind me about moss. Oh, we were putting seed pods in and everything. I should have put moss in. So usually with this moss, I'd recommend taking some scissors and chopping it up a little bit. The more you injure moss in that fashion, uh, it tells itself it needs to start repairing and it'll grow a little more rapid. In general, though, no matter what you do, moss is going to be slow growing, especially in a more open enclosure like this. Moss really needs a lot higher humidity than a lot of people realize to really grow it well. All right, got the moss in. Expose this extra mess over here. I just want to take some of this wet scattering I got. Stuff it in there too. Yeah, and I'm just kind of creating a little more natural spot there, and then this watermelon pepperoni, I think that's what it's called. It'll grow and start getting attached into there as it grows up. How we doing? Sure.
I think I had a corn snake fall on my head the other month
Hmm?
from my garage door. He was up on the top of the wood.
Hmm?
When I opened it, can you show me a corn snake to see if it might be the same thing as gone?
So these are all corn snakes. They're just different colors. You're not going to find these out in nature, but something that you came across would have been probably close to what that looks like.
He was a baby, so his color was a little different.
Yeah.
But he was friendly. He just rolled down my arm, wrapped around my arm, put his arm.
Mhm.
So I got a stick, but he got a stick. I took it out.
Mhm. Mhm.
But yeah, I've got a lot of snakes.
Oh yeah.
Mostly racist.
Especially down here in South Florida, there's a lot of snakes down this way for sure.
They got
Oh yeah. All right. I think we're finishing up here, chat. I think it's about done. What do you guys think? Man? You gotta give me a like, give me a subscribe. Did you comment? What do you think? Pack that moss. That's right. What's up, brother? Thanks, bro. What up, Matt? I ain't seen you in forever, my dude. You still alive? So initial water down, I want it to be good and wet. Usually I would have even added a little bit of more water to the substrate as I put it in. Probably would have added like a cup or two even to just to really hydrate it up really nice. How we doing, folks? Doing well. All right. I'll probably spray that down a little bit more tomorrow. Otherwise, I think it's looking pretty good. I like to squeegee my glass down, especially for at the shows here. Um, I use tap water, and my hot water is a little hard. So if I don't squeegee it down, it'll leave some water spots in the tank. Just a little bump there, chat. Nothing to see here. This will help avoid any hard water spots from building up on the tank. And at the shows, I want my tanks to look as pristine and clear as I can. So that's a little extra step I like to go. It has been a bit, bro, for sure. It's been more than a bit, honestly. I've considered doing a couple shows up in Virginia. I just haven't got my way up that way. I haven't felt confident enough about the travel and everything and the cost of it all to risk going and doing shows that I'm not familiar with. Especially now, the way my car is, I can drive to like this show and stay for this show. It's only like 3.5 hours, but once I start getting anywhere around out of Florida, I've been getting a rental. So it's definitely been an added little cost I've been having to absorb lately. You could always meet me halfway and come to a North Carolina show. Just saying. All right. Dang, 6 years, bro? Has it really been that long? Jeez. Well, you see what I'm doing. I'm also getting back into doing cards again too. I got a couple a couple of YouTube channels doing that now too. I'm doing Fortnite and Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon cards actually. I got like more of a Fortnite channel that I stream my Fortnite games on, and then I rip a little bit of Pokemon packs on there, and then I have like another channel I'm trying to grow where I do Pokemon pack openings, and then it's also going to be like an eBay connected kind of channel, and even trying to do like some whatnot app and stuff. So trying to get back into being back on more on social. All right, let's get some springtails in there. What do you guys think? We've got some springtails in here. This is a calcium bearing clay substrate that they're on. Let's see in their chat. I'm just gonna dust a little bit right in there. These guys will find where they need to be and want to be. So take care of your mold, mildew, and fungus as the terrarium gets seeded and seasoned. Especially with all the hardscape in the wood, the more you wet it and spray it down, it's definitely going to go through a mold phase. Usually in that first month, you get quite a bit of mold on the wood, especially. Springtails are going to help keep that at bay. So they're definitely a must in pretty much all bioactive setups. Oh yeah, what have you been fishing for? You've been fishing fresh or salt? We actually just went fishing a couple weeks ago. We went fishing out on the same exact charter that you went out with us last time. We were just sharing photos of you getting sick and kissing the ground and everything. Your last little fishing experience. Like legitimately, I hadn't seen Leo in a few years either, honestly. And he lives up the road. Like he lives out in Brandywine right now. I ain't seen him in a minute either. And we went fishing for his birthday. Out on the same little charter that we did the Pat Lynch and Taco Bob thing. Wasn't the same thing, but it was the same boat. How we doing?
So I have two 12x12 tanks,
Hmm?
and I've done I've done before, but I've never bought like this. So first, play on the bottom,
Huh?
screen, and then just
So
dump
I would
this
do
in.
charcoal after the screen.
Okay, and then this on
And then
top.
that on top. And then this obviously gets mixed up. I just separate in the bag to look fancy. But
Right. Okay. So you put. What's the purpose of the charcoal?
so charcoal, just like you would use to filter your water for drinking, it's going to filter the water as you're creating a water cycle with your drainage layer. So it flows up and down through the tank. It's going to also help purify the air in the substrate. It's going to purify the air in the terrarium. And then it's great for plant nutrients. If you're a gardener, put charcoal in your garden. I think the thing everybody does right now is biochar, but it's just charcoal.
So I have two tanks in each.
So you only need one for each.
Right.
If you have two tanks, you only need one for each.
Right.
Oh, you got one.
Yep.
I'm sorry. It's been a long morning. It's been a long morning. You had it all figured out. Yeah.
So yeah, like that.
Yeah, you had it all figured out. It's been a long morning. I'm over here trying to YouTube and stuff. All right, so do you have the screen mesh?
Yes.
We forgot that. Perfect. All right, cast your card. Kern, you're right back, chat. That was a great memory, bro. How you doing, folks? I'm just talking to YouTube here. Sorry, don't ignore me. That was a great memory, bro, for sure, for sure. Okay. What are we setting it up for? Pac-Man frog? Okay, so you probably really won't need a whole lot of a drainage there because you're really wanting almost kind of soupy dirt in a Pac-Man frog setup. And then for that too, as far as isopods go, I really only have like one species I recommend because usually Pac-Man want the dirt to be so wet. Um, what size is the setup? You said a 20-gallon long. So for that, I would probably go with like three bags of substrate. Should get you a pretty good spread layer, depth, and everything. And then it would just be springtails, isopods, and leaf litter. Yeah, so I don't think you really need a drainage there because the Pac-Man wants that water. You don't want it to go away. He wants the water. He wants it. He wants it more wet. So you just have to make sure you're not over watering to make it to where it's nothing but water at the bottom. Because that's really what the drainage there is for, to get rid of excess water. The dwarf whites is what I would say for that side, for that setup. Again, because they're super able to handle a lot of high water. A lot of the other isopods will drown themselves if it gets too wet. And then you want springtails as well.
I had isopods. Last time you came over here, I set up one for a crested gecko, and I just can't keep one.
So for the crested gecko, could be that he's eating them. Could be part of the problem. Another issue could be if it's not wet enough. I would imagine that's probably not the case for a crested gecko. You're probably spraying every day. So I'm sure it should be wet enough in there. Um, those would be my first two go-to reasons on why the not staying alive is that the gecko's eating them or it's not wet enough and they're suffocating.
No, they did that.
For that purpose, if you feel like they just keep disappearing and you never see them again, maybe because she's eating them, the dwarf whites would be a great option for you as well. Just put in there. They live primarily in the substrate. You won't ever really see them and you won't have to worry about her eating them. And for that size setup, I would actually really recommend two of these and two springtails for a 20-gallon long to get it seeded properly. So it'd be 3 bags, 2 and 2. I'm always here.
I've gotten so many.
Can I mix this with any other? I have a whole bunch of dirt on top.
Yeah, sure. If you're wanting to like fluff up something else or whatever, add a couple things together, it's not a problem. Just make sure you're happy with the other products you're using. 10 for the dwarfs, yep. And then it's $5 for the springtails. Direct and chat. Please make them listen. Botanicals, it's aesthetic. It helps create a more natural looking environment. You've got this stuff all on your porous floor outside. And then also becomes like food sources for the isopods and cleanup crew. They'll kind of live in it and munch on it a little bit. So 2 more on top of the one.
I'm gonna do that one isopod and then whatever.
Well, she'll be separate though.
So you're getting the springtail and the isopod. You're getting 2 springtails. And the dwarf white.
Yep.
Perfect. Who we want to
I'll go first.
do first? Doing cash or card? You're all set. You're all set. Appreciate you shopping here. Enjoy the rest of the show.
This is the second time.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. How we doing, folks? That's definitely getting a little crowd in here today, chat. It's getting a little busy. Go ahead and get these doors on. Get this tank finished up. What do you say? Get this tank finished up. We'll show off the show a little bit. So the same thing with the doors. Just going to do the opposite. Same way we put them in. We're just going to do it backwards. Top end first. And then for the bottom, if you're not so strong, you can kind of put it over here into this end and push it that way. And you'll get it over here into a little groove there. How we doing, ladies? Don't mind me. I'm just talking to YouTube here. That's just fine, right? So yeah, I think that's going to be it for that there, chat. That's a completed tank. It's a completed bioactive. Let's see a little closer look at everything. I think I got a couple customers here, and then I usually bring 3 to 4 tanks for a show, but this show and the last show, I just didn't have a lot of time to do tanks before the show. So the last show and this show, I just did them live here at the show, and that's worked out all right, I think. Did a couple live videos at the last show also for YouTube, and figured, screw it, it's going over well, I think. Customers are enjoying it. It's bringing people on my table. It's getting a little flow on my channel. All good things. So probably something I'll kind of keep doing. But depending on the show, I sell anywhere from 2 to 4 tanks most shows. There are obviously some shows that are terrible and I don't sell anything. There's some shows that are probably even better than that. I had a couple shows ago, about a 20-minute window, I sold 3 tanks. It was crazy. Crazy. It was like $1,000 20-minute window. How we doing? Doing well. Nah, can't go wrong with that at all. Oh yeah, shoot, man, I forgot. Happy birthday, brother. I saw it on Facebook. I was gonna send something, but I just really haven't been all that active on Facebook. Only thing I'm really doing social wise is something that is business related. If it's not here, then it's Dude Terrarium, and if it's not those, then it's Eternal Sephiroth and Sleeve the Chaos, because I'm trying to grow that stuff. Everything is just all business these days. I don't do a lot of fun. I'm enjoying getting into the Pokemon thing. I'm really enjoying ripping some packs, man. So, sounds great. All right. Thank you much. Like I said, chat, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off here. Definitely got some customers to deal with. It's been a busy show. Been a good time so far. Wish I would pick up just a little bit, but these shows usually take a little while, a little longer for what I sell to be what people want to buy. People are wanting to buy their animals right now, and then they'll be back for cages and terrariums and stuff. But yeah, that said, coming at you live from West Palm Beach, Florida, for the Xain's World Xain's World Reptile and Plant Expo here at the South Florida Fairgrounds. And hope you all enjoyed. Hope you guys learned something. Hope you guys get out there and get inspired to do your own terrarium. Otherwise, I'll see you at the next one. Actually, the next one will be tomorrow because I'll be here again tomorrow. I'm going to go ahead and do another terrarium. It'll be pretty much a similar kind of thing what I did today. But yeah. Until then, I'll see you guys tomorrow, chat. I already got the scheduled on there, so make sure you guys go check out that and make sure you subscribe so you get notified for it. Give me a like, subscribe to my channels, any of them, please. Otherwise, see you next time. Peace.